Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Alton. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I understand ChinaAMC recently launched another Ashare ETF.
Yeah.
I personally think it has a great potential. Can you let us know more about this?
We're very pleased to announce that the successful listing of the ChinaAMC MSCI China A50 Connect ETF to be listed on the Hong Kong Exchange. And I would think that this is a very important milestone for the ETF market in Hong Kong, and also Hong Kong as a major financial hub, as because of the launch of the MSCI China A50 Index and its relevant investment tools, including ETF and the index futures in Hong Kong. You might also know that since October this year, the relevant index futures has already been launched on the Hong Kong Exchange to be traded by investors. And so far, within 2 months after this launch, we've seen a continuously increasing trading volume in index futures, indicating a wide recognition of the index by the investors. And the launch of the ETF, including us, ChinaAMC, since this week, would mark another milestone for investors to hold a longer-term position in such ETF if investors are bullish in Asian market.
I see. I understand besides this 2839, which it follows the MSCI A50 index, ChinaAMC also got counter 3188, which follows CSI 300 index. How do you compare these different kinds of Asia indices?
In fact, there are a number of Asia ETFs in Hong Kong tracking different indices, of course, including ours 3188 tracking the CSI 300, and also this new one 2839 tracking the MSCI China A50 Connect Index, and also some others tracking FTSE China A50 Index. Of course, each of them has its own more unique characteristics. To be more specific, we will consider this new ETF, the 2839, to have two major characters. The first one is that it will include the 50 of the largest Asias listed in Shenzhen and Shanghai Stock Exchange. And on the other hand, it will also allow a more balanced sector allocation within the index and also within the ETFs. To put it into perspective, we can see that the top 5 sectors within the MSCI China A50 Index comprises financials, industrials, healthcare, IT, and some other sectors, each of them having more than 10% of the index. So from that perspective, we think that we will have a more balanced sector allocation to be more representative of the actual Chinese economy and also more representative of the Asia market. So in the future, when investors consider an investment in China Asia market, such ETFs tracking the MSCI China A50 Index, we will think that it will be a suitable choice for the investors.
Understand. Actually, I also heard before that this MSCI A50 Index consider 11 sectors and then choose at least 2 stocks from these 11 sectors. So that would be a more balanced approach for the index. And however, it's my first time to hear such a detailed explanation from some of the experts. Really good.
Thank you.
And by the way, for this 2839, besides Hong Kong counter, do you offer US dollar counter or RMB counter as well?
Yes, in fact, ChinaAMC is the only issuer in Hong Kong right now to offer US dollar counter, RMB counter, as well as the Hong Kong dollar counter. So if some investors hold cash denominated in renminbi, they can also invest in such ETF in the renminbi's counter.
I see. Just now you mentioned Hong Kong Exchange also have index futures on this ETF. Usually, would an index future helps or propagates the acceptance of an ETF?
Yes, definitely. I'll say that right now in Hong Kong, we have already created a more developed ecosystem around the offshore Asia trading venue in Hong Kong, especially on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. With the introduction of the index futures together with the ETFs, we would anticipate the trading volume of both trading tools, including the ETF and the index futures, to increase in the future.
What is the stock price of 2839 about at this moment? And then what is the lot size? What is the minimum investment amount?
As of today, the 17th of December, the trading prices of this 2839 ETF is around 34 Hong Kong dollars. So with the bought lot size of 50 shares per lot, the investment threshold of one bought lot is only around $1,700, which is also relatively low compared to some other Asia ETFs.
I see. And if investors have interest in 2839, how can they participate?
Well, they can normally trade like normal stocks if they hold a securities account. Of course, ETFs are free or exempt from stamp duty, which is another advantage versus trading individual stocks.
Yeah, thank you. And finally, let's do some commercial. If investors are interested in 2839 or any other ETFs, if you invest through Phillip Securities, any buy order less than 15,000, of course 2839 is included, that will be free of commission, and also there will be no stamp duty charged under Hong Kong's trading regime. And finally, thanks Daniel's time for today.
Thank you, Alton.
多謝大家睇我哋嘅片段啦。如果咧你對以上嘅片段係感興趣嘅話咧，希望你俾個 like 我哋啦，或者 share 我哋嘅片段啦，或者 subscribe 或者撳個鐘鐘啦。如果有任何嘅投資嘅意見啊，或者嘅comment 啊、意見嘅回饋咧，都希望你咧喺留言區入邊咧同我哋講翻。多謝你。